Hi everyone, Janie here, and today I'm going to be making some cards using some of the Gina K Designs products that I recently got, and I am so excited. I can't wait to use them, and I'm really happy to be sharing them with you because you are going to love these. So let's head on over and get started. So here are some of the products I'm going to be using today in my card making. From Gina K Designs, I have the Petals and Wings stamp set and coordinating die set. And the stamp set is awesome. I've actually been playing with it to get comfortable with it. And there's a lot of layering options in here. And also the coordinating stencil, which also helps with some of the layering. So this is really fun. And we're going to be using a variety of inks and this Gina K Glitz glitter gel, which is really awesome. I'll open it up really quick here to show you. But this is basically pure glitter in a clear gel. So it just goes on beautifully, as you will see. And of course I'll be using my Ladybug and my Misty and a few other things, but these are the main things I'm going to be using today. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be stamping 3 of these butterflies. And then for the second layer, I'm going to be using the stencil and the Glitz glitter gel. So what I'm going to do first is stamp, and then I'll grab my Ladybug and we will cut this out, and then we will do the stenciling. So let me speed this up for you. The distressed inks I'm going to be using are picked raspberry and spun sugar. And while I'm doing this, you can see there's a little spot on the wing because something somehow got onto the stamp. But that's okay, because as you can see, I fixed it. And so now I'm going to move on and use the spun sugar, which is a much lighter color, so I know you can barely see it, but trust me, it's there. I think this is actually the first layered stamp set I have ever had, and I really think this is kind of fun. I like that you can add more than one color to the stamped image. So now it's time to use the dies. I just love stamp sets that have matching dies because it makes life so much easier. So let me grab these out here, open it up, and find the butterfly. Oh, look at that. I found it right off. Okay. So I'm going to be cutting these out one at a time, but you just line it up on there. Let me get up here. You just kind of get it lined up where you want it, and I'm actually going to use a piece of purple tape to hold it down. So let me just get this lined up and get going. And by the way, if you guys aren't familiar with purple tape, it is this, and I've heard it comes in a skinnier size now. So I'll have to get me some of that too because I just have the fat stuff here. But again, this is a ThermoWeb product because I love ThermoWeb, and I had that wonderful haul the other day. So I'm going to cut out these butterflies and just speed things up a little bit here for you. And then we will go on to the stenciling. I love having dies to cut out the images because it's a lot easier than fussy cutting, that's for sure. And that purple tape is really nice too because it's just, reusable, and it doesn't tear the paper, it doesn't pull the ink off the image or anything. So I really like having that. It keeps the die in place instead of having it slide all over the place. Okay, we've got the stencil, we've got the butterflies, and what I'm going to do is line the butterfly up so you can see exactly where everything goes and get it lined up just perfectly. And then I'm going to use that same purple tape that I used and attach it to the back. And again, make sure that everything is lined up where I want it. It's going to take a minute to get it lined up exactly where I want it. And this is actually a little difficult to do on camera, but I'm going to just put the tape on the back of the butterfly so it's already on there. Set it down, and now I'm going to line it up and get it just where I want it, hopefully. Be honest with you, this is my first time doing the butterfly. I have done a rose, and I will show you that in a minute. Oh, there we go with that. I think I'm getting it. Got it. Okay, so there we go. And just in case I make a mess, I'm going to lay it on this piece of white paper. Going to use this little spatula looking thing here. And, oh, there it is. And I'm going to be using the Glitter Glitz gel. So, let's see how it works. Look at this stuff. Woo! I hate messing things up. It looked so pretty just the way it was, but here I am digging into it. And I'm just going to rub it on here. Make sure I get it rubbed into all the spaces that it needs to be. And then I'm just scraping up the excess and putting it back in the jar. Well, most of the excess anyway. I don't want to waste any of it. Okay. And isn't that beautiful? I love it. I wish you could see the sparkle as good as it is in person, but I think you kind of are. So that was really easy to do. I'm going to do the other two, and then I'm going to go let them dry while we move on to the rest of our project. And that Glitz glitter gel just cleans right off. You could probably just use a wet wipe to get that off. But I'm going to be using the stencil again. I'm going to be using this side, and I have already sprayed it with Pixie Spray. And I love this. This is a really awesome stencil spray to help keep your stencil in place. And I'm going to be trying to line this up somewhere in the middle. I don't know how good I'm going to get at lining it up exactly in the middle, but let's just pretend that's where it's at. Okay. I think it's close enough to the center. All right, and then I am either going to be using shabby shutters or peeled paint or both. I'm not quite sure yet, but I'm going to start off with shabby shutters and just kind of go all around this. So I don't do much stenciling, but actually I love stenciling. So I really need to start doing it a little bit more. And this brush is actually something new to me that I picked up, and I don't know if it'll work as good as some of the others that I have seen. I should have put a piece of that purple tape right along this edge to protect that. You know what? It's never too late to do that. Never too late at all. Just peel off a piece here and put it right along the edge, not to hold the stencil down, but just to protect my card. I'm not so worried about it on the other side. So there we go. Got a little bit of the lighter green. I think I will go with some of the darker green here. Just let me wipe this off. And I'll grab the peeled paint. Get my arm in your way. And just add a little dark green to it. Randomly, there is actually no method to my madness here. I am just, you know, adding a little here and there. So, however it turns out will be perfect. Or at least that's what I'm going to say. I guess creativity sometimes isn't perfect, and I'm definitely not an artist in any way, shape, or form. So, let's see how this turned out. Wait a minute, maybe a little bit more dark over here. Yeah. Okay. Let's call it good and let's see what we end up with. So, let me get my little brush over here and wipe it off. And get my stencil off. I'm not going to throw away this purple tape. I mean, you can reuse it. I'm just going to literally stick it right back on the roll and reuse it. It's awesome stuff. Okay, let's see what I got when I lift this up. I like it. It's not exactly in the center, but close enough, and I just love the variation in colors on that. So, beautiful. I'm a happy camper with that, and just wipe this stencil right off. There we go. And it is as good as new. I'll wipe off the other side that had the pixie spray, even though I don't think that really matters. But what the heck, right? Okay, so now I have stenciled this. This will be for the topper on my card. And let's see what I'm going to do next. So I decided I'm going to be using the Hello stamp. There's lots of cool sentiments on here, by the way. Wishing you sunshine and love is my absolute favorite one on here. We've got hello. Thank you for being a friend. I'm here for you. I love the sentiments on this so much. But I have decided on hello. So let me get that off there. And I'm going to put it right down here in this corner. I really love my Misty because sometimes, you know, the stamped image isn't dark enough or part of it gets missed. Or one of my favorite things is being able to line up the stamp exactly where I want it. But what do you guys like? Tell me what your favorite thing is to stamp with. Okay, so we've got hello on there. And when my butterflies are dry, we're going to put that together and create a card. But now let's get on to something else. Okay, next I want to make a ladybug because I'm going to make a card for my niece and her nickname is Ladybug. And so we're going to use that. And I actually already made some mistakes on the other side of this cardstock, so the miracle of crafting, you just flip it over because there is always another side. So, get the wings lined up there. And I have to keep things in place. It just keeps moving around a lot. Hold on a second here. I think I saw some black ink on here. Okay, so I'm going to be using this candied apple, which is probably the closest red I have to a ladybug. So let's get that inked up. And I wonder if Distress Oxides would work better than just Distress inks on this. I'm not even sure what color red I have for that. But you know what? This is what I have here right now. So we are just going to use this Distress ink, even though it doesn't cover as nicely as I would like. But it did the job. So now we're going to move on to the next part, which is this cute little thing right here. Okay, I'm going to try to get it lined up right. I'm not sure how good at this I am, but we're going to call that good. Okay, get that on there. I really hate that that keeps moving every time. I'm sure it's because the stamps are new, and so they just keep grabbing on, or probably because the ink isn't the best. Let's put that on there and see if I got it lined up right this time. Yay, I did! I'm almost afraid to do it again, but I think I want to try to get it a little bit darker. So I'll put a little bit more ink on there. For that, I'm just using my Memento, if you were wondering, because I think I forgot to tell you. But that on there. Okay, and we are not done yet because there is more to this. It is so great, all this layering. You can also do this next part with the stencil, but I don't have anything that is the right color. You know, I mean, I don't have black for my stencil, but you can see these cute little dots. They also come on the stencil right here. And so, you know, you could put those right over the wings. Look at that. It is so perfect. You just put them right on the wings and you can stencil it. I bet you could put them right on the wings and go in there with like a little gel pen and put dots. Ooh, I'm tempted to do that. But you know what? For right now, I am showing you how the stamps work. So that's what we're going to be using. So I'm just going to line these up on here. I don't think there's a certain perfect way to do it. I mean, there probably is, but we're just going to pretend that they're random on there because they're little and it's hard to work with. Okay, come on. Keep sticking to my finger. Close enough. Close enough. Put that down. Grab those little dots. Put a little black ink on those. And voila! We have a beautiful ladybug. And guess what? There's a die to cut that out. So I'm going to go cut that out so you can see it. But oh, wait a minute. Before I go cut that out, I know why people put washi tape on these magnets. They're dangerous. Okay, before we cut that out, I actually wanted one more butterfly. So I'm going to do one more butterfly, go cut them out, and I'll be right back. Wait, I'm back. Okay, so I've got the butterfly wings on. I wanted to show you how to layer it with the stamp because I showed you how to do it with the stencil, but I didn't show you that you can do it with the stamp. And I think I got it lined up right. I hope I have it lined up right. Okay. So this one I am not using the glitter glitz gel, or the glitz glitter gel, excuse me. So I'm just going to be using ink. Make sure everything stayed straight here. I'll be using picked raspberry, and what I used before was spun sugar. So let's just do this. And let's see what we get. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. I think I'm going to leave it as it is. And now I'm going to go cut these out and I'll be back. Okay, I am back. And not only did I die cut that adorable little ladybug, but also a few other things. I wanted to show you the flowers, and there are 2 layers of stamping, and I just kind of wanted to show that there were 2 different ways of doing it. This one where the other petals land on top of the bigger petals, and this one where they land in between. So there you go, the 2 different ways of doing those. And then this is a beautiful flower that I also did the Glitz glitter gel on. And this is one with a lot of different layers, and this is totally for a different video because this would take so long to show you that. And here are some leaves. I stamped them on a green cardstock and then stamped them with green. I really like the way that looked. And let's see what else I have done. I went ahead and I used the stencil again down here and added those leaves, and then inked lighter behind it for the grass and some blue up here for the sky. And this is going to be a card, but first I need to stamp a sentiment on it before I can put it together. So let me clear this up and we can start stamping. Oh wait, I forgot to show you the butterflies. Aren't they beautiful? I really love that Glitz glitter gel. It just really adds something special to these. And yeah, they're dry already. So I'm going to be putting these on a card. So this is going to be a birthday card for my niece. And I've decided on wishing you sunshine and love. And I already have it lined up and ready to stamp. And here are my finished cards. And on this one, I remembered at the last minute that there is a butterfly trail in that stamp set. It could be used for the butterfly or for the ladybug. And I will show you that here really quick, right there. So I'm glad I remembered that because it was perfect for this. And I absolutely love the way it came out. And I popped everything up to give it dimension because I love dimension. I think that's really fun. And to do that, I use these 3D foam squares from iCraft, which is also actually a ThermoWeb product. And it comes in 2 different sizes. So let me pull it out here really quick just to give you a quick look. There is, let me see if I'll get them in there. There are the bigger ones and some little tiny ones. So these are great for adding dimension, and they are really nice thickness too, thicker than a lot of them I've seen before. And I use those to also pop up the butterflies on this card. And I adhered those leaves that I had showed you that I had cut out. And I just love this. These were so easy to make. That set, the stamp and dies and stencils, just literally made this really easy to do, and they came out absolutely beautiful. Thank you all for watching today, and I hope this has inspired you to do some card making of your own. And if you like those Gina K Designs products as much as I do, there are links below in the description box where you can find them. Just click where it says show more and it'll drop down and you will find the links as well as a link to Crafter's Castle Challenge where you can enter your creations. So, be watching for some more videos using these Gina K Designs products because I am loving them and I am planning on using them a lot. Happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye.